Social media reaction genre, silly comments are considered especially heinous. At Dear Woke Christian, the dedicated content creators who investigate these horrible comments are members of an elite squad known as the Dusty Comments Unit. These are their stories.
Ooh-wee. Your boy is giving them headaches. Y'all saw the thumbnail. You saw the title. I ain't do no thumbnail. I ain't do no title. I just jumped up on here. Yo, Trump is giving these people fits. He said in the first 100 days, y'all gonna have a whole lot to say about me. Trump has now officially blocked, closed, locked up, whatever you want to say, the Department of Education. This guy is not playing games. As a former classroom teacher, I got some thoughts about it, but my goodness, in the morning, he is already, he has closed the Department of Education. Yo, wow. Wow. And a lot of people going to have their feelings about this. Lots of people. They're going to be, look, matter of fact, I'm a pundit. I'm jumping in here. I'm jumping in, punditing about this topic as well. Yeah, this is something else right here. Wow. So I got the news outlet up right here. I'm going to pull it up in a second. Shout out to Trump. He said he was going to do it. He said he was going to do it. And I think the thing people are, I want to hear what y'all think about it. So keep it tempered down in the chat. I got no problem with that. But yeah, I'm sorry. We wanted to see the trimming down of government. I'm sorry. We wanted that. We wanted to see this bloated monster get on the treadmill and start losing some LBs. That's what we wanted. This is part of it. There's no way that you're going to know how much money you're spending in education if you don't actually look at how much money you spend in education. Foreign aid, how much you're spending in foreign aid. This is a very realistic outcome. It's just that you don't like it. I'm sorry. Let's pull this in. I want to see what they got. Let's just see. I just want to see. Hey, I'm just here for the enjoyment. So shout out to everybody who has already jumped in the chat. Yo, this was an emergency live stream. I saw it. I started watching the newscast. I said, forget this. Let's jump on here. Let's talk about it together. So let's go. One in the chat when you can hear.
We're coming in. Don't lock the door. We're coming in. Who are you?
You're not coming in.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you, sir?
You ain't coming up in here?
I've sent the assistant secretary a letter alerting her that we would be here today, and we've asked her for a meeting.
Yeah, I don't know that that's been accepted, so until that's
Wait a minute.
Wow.
And what do you do here?
What do you do here?
Security responsibility.
Get out of the way. We pay you. We pay for your job. We pay you.
We're members of
We pay
Congress.
you.
We are here
Nobody has accepted a meeting.
members of Congress.
I think that is a very interesting flex. We pay you. Get out of our way. We pay you. I want to know who that is. That sounds like Maxine Waters that's saying that. We pay you. Get out of our way. We pay you. I just wonder if the same was said to her. Hey, I'm one of your constituents. I pay you. We pay you. XYZ. I wonder if she had that same demeanor, or what would be her composure? She probably would lose her mind. Tell the truth. Let's just shame the devil. This is funny, man. Yo, let me tell you real quick. I believe that government is the role of government has well overshot its coverage. Okay. As a Christian, the government shouldn't be doing a lot of the stuff that it does. And some of the stuff I even benefit from. The government shouldn't be doing that. So to watch the government start trimming back, to watch an elected official start pulling back the reins and say, nah, we don't need to be doing that stuff. Why are we doing that? And keep in mind, when the smoke clears, this is a benefit for us as Americans. That's something you got to really start putting in your pipe and really smoke that thing hard. That this is a benefit for us, not a benefit for ideologues. Not just now, granted, ideologues will be able to run with it, but please understand. This is exactly. See, you already in my notes. Texas, I got to put you in timeout already. I'm putting you in 0-second timeout right now. Hold on, let me find it. I got a new timeout. Sorry about that. All right, I have no idea what happened there. If we start trimming it back, and this is not the role of government. I know that a lot of people accept it and kind of expect it, but this is not the role of government. Sorry, it's just not. And before you get in your feels, just stop and think for a second. Why and how did this become a role of government? And why are you so happy and content with government doing these things that it does? I just want you to stop and think. So before you jump on me or before you email management, make sure you do email management. Management is always here to hear your complaints. There you go. Drop that email to dearwokec@gmail.com. But please understand, this is not the role of government. I'm sorry. Now, how I feel about it is different. And please understand, your local and your states are still running the show. I don't think the federal government needs to have any input into your government at all. Just saying. I'm just saying. Catch me outside. Let's finish this up. Let's go.
You are.
We haven't heard that from the secretary. We haven't heard that from the spokesman.
I'm relaying that.
You are not the spokesman for the department. You are a security guard.
Can you identify?
We're members of
Where's your bag? Where's your bag?
You
Where's
don't
your
have any
ID?
identification.
Where's your ID? Where's your ID?
We are not.
It's not good enough.
We are not a threat to security. We're members of Congress, and we want to ask the questions.
We walk into the White House.
That would be such an interesting if we went to them and said, hey, we're constituents of your district, and we just want to ask you questions. I wonder if we could accost them again, this is so wild to watch the tables flip. This is amazing. I'm here for it. Man, this is great.
Without having to go through magnetometers.
Can we get someone?
This is an outrage. This is an outrage.
I'd like to speak with someone who works here.
So what are you gonna do? You're gonna beat us up if we go in?
I mean, you're gonna,
We want you to move out of the way.
We're not steamrolling you. We're
Get out of the way.
This says all access
concerned that
entrance.
we
So
can't.
Stand
what?
aside, sir.
We're
This
members
says
of
all
Congress.
access entrance.
Please stand aside, sir.
I'm not standing aside.
Why not?
Because my role is to make sure that.
What authority do you have to block members of Congress from the oversight? We don't have oversight responsibilities. By what authority can you deny members of Congress their oversight role?
If you don't have a business reason to be here,
You do not have authority, sir. You do not have authority.
This is so interesting. Listening to them is wow. Put aside what you think. Put aside what your opinions are about education. Just listen to how these people are speaking to this man and just let flip the cards in any other direction. Let this be a Republican talking to wanting to get into the Department of Men Dressing Like Women. Make this a libertarian wanting to get into the ATF. They would be crazy. They would be losing their minds. Yo, this is wild. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
There is no authority for you to deny members of Congress their oversight responsibility.
Where did it sound come
If you have
from?
an appointment and you're on a guest list, we will let you in.
Is what you're saying
Or
that
you have to have an escort.
let
Somebody
me
come
ask you a
down to
question.
escort.
Can I ask my question?
Escort. Don't be telling them to go down to the street and get them escorts.
Guest list in order to come to the Department of Education.
Either we are informed in advance if somebody's coming,
Oh,
or
they
You
knew
were
we were
informed.
coming.
You were informed of
So,
this.
so
94
there's an
members of
escort to
Congress,
take you where you're going.
sir, 94 members of Congress signed a letter asking the acting secretary for a meeting and to answer a simple question. And she is
I'm
apparently.
not aware of the meeting.
so you have to be on a guest list to enter the Department of Education.
Members
I
of
just
Congress,
explained
we
you
don't have to be on
either
the guest list.
On a list in advance to have access, or if you're coming, then you have to let us know who your escort is. I don't know.
That wasn't true last year. Did something change between last
That's
year?
always been the case.
No, it hasn't. I've walked into this building multiple times last year.
Many
I
times.
walked
Okay.
in. We were at least allowed to walk into that lobby, not stopped outside
Well,
like
it's
this.
no difference. I mean, you'd be stopped at the visitor's desk.
We're
Okay,
trying
let's
to
go.
stop the
I'm
Congress.
doing that in advance.
No.
Why are you doing that?
We're allowed to go to the
We've
visitor's
got
desk.
100 people out here.
Okay, so I'm just again, if you're jumping in, just jumping in. Thank y'all so much. 47 has closed the Department of Education, and of course, the All About Democracy Democrat Party is losing their ever loving minds, and I am here for it. I am absolutely 100% here for it. Before you say anything mean and disgusting about me, please make sure you email management and also make sure that you've hit the like button. This is craziness, y'all. Again, I'm going to say this again. Most of what we have become comfortable with the government doing is not the role of government. It's not. We've made it the role of government. We've become comfortable with the role of government. There's certain things that all of us accept that are not the role of government, but we're okay with them doing it. But it's not supposed to be doing it. It's inefficient. Like, the federal government should have nothing to do with your little Tommy, little Sally learning in Bumblebee Elementary School. The federal government has no reason to be involved in that. At the worst, it should be your state. And at the very best, it should be your city, dare I say, just your board of education. There's no reason. There is no reason at all. And I'm a former classroom teacher, been in education for a long time, deeply tied into the community. And I can tell you emphatically, this is a bloated monster that everybody agrees to allow to just run bloated. Do a quick Google search. Your town, community, village, wherever you live, just say, ask Google, what is the price per pupil to educate in this district? It will blow your mind. It will blow your mind. It will blow your mind. So I'm just saying, like, what could, like, for example, I did it the other day when I was looking at Umar Johnson. In Atlanta, they are currently paying $32,000 per student to educate them for a year. I said $32,000. That's how much they afford or they budget per student. That's, of course, teachers and buildings and curriculum and lights and insurance. There's a lot of stuff that eats from that 32. But what could you do with $32,000 to educate your child? I'm sorry. Now, God have mercy. You have 2-3 kids. That's a lot of money. That's why education is such a hot topic, is because there's a lot of money involved in it. It's not necessarily the activity of said education. Is really the activity, the fact that there's a lot of kids. That's a lot of money. I want to say for my area right here, I want to say it's $23,000 per student. So that's where your property tax goes. That's where your sales tax goes. That's where some of your gas tax goes to pay for this. That's a lot of money. And of course, if you live in a less affluent area, maybe it's a little bit less. You live in a high, I'm sure somewhere in California, it's probably even more than what I pay. But my point is, back around the block, your state should be responsible for that. At the very worst, your local school district, that should be the end of it. Because you as a parent need to be involved in your child's education. A federal Department of Education is insane. That doesn't even make sense. Okay, Jason, dearwoke@gmail.com. I'm here for this.
You won't have a job. We're trying to save your job. You won't have a job if we don't help you. You won't have any place to send your kids.
Where is this? Who is that talking?
We're here speaking for a ton of kids from coast to coast that deserve a quality public education. And this department should stay open, and we want to share that message.
The leadership department's working to do that.
Yeah,
we're not so sure. That's why we're here.
That's what we want to talk to her about.
Last year, we'd be able to walk in and go to that desk.
I mean,
It is Maxine Waters.
That doesn't sound like,
Sir,
it's not dangerous.
I'm going to stop you right there. No. I'm going to stop you right there and put it on the record. You did not get a dangerous response
She's
here.
telling me to get out of the way?
You did not get a dangerous response here, so I'm not going to let you put that
Excuse me,
narrative out
don't worry,
there.
he can lie all
I'm
he
not going to
wants
let
to.
you put that narrative out there. I'm going to tell you to your face.
Of course, they got a black woman being a crash out for that. They've been making statements. They've been making aggressive statements the whole time, but all of a sudden they got a black woman. When he pushes back, then they got the black woman to step in. Shout out to the black women that play the crash out dummies.
That's a lie. We are members of Congress, as she said. What I asked you is, do we need to be on a guest list to be in?
Or somebody coming down to escort you.
But there was no danger or threat to you. So
Go get
let's just make sure
somebody.
that is
We are allowed to go to that desk
there
right
was
there.
no danger to you.
We are allowed to go to that desk right there.
Go get
She's still talking.
escort us.
Times in the past years.
Go get
We're allowed
somebody
go
to
that desk.
escort us in. You know this
The acting
building.
secretary, Denise Carter.
Yeah, that's who we came to
Or
see. Get
their
someone.
chief of staff.
So what?
I said there's not an exception.
Why are you not letting us?
Why can't we ask for one?
I'm doing it.
Why can't we go in and ask
Why are you
for
doing it in
one?
advance? That's not a thing. I have not seen that.
Why can't we go in and ask for one?
Can you send somebody from the Department of Education here who's not just a security guard?
I've explained why you're not coming.
Well, are you prepared to stand here for 24 hours with us? Are you prepared to stand here all night if we decide to stay?
I guess, yes.
All right, well, you just stay right there.
All right.
You just stay and stare.
Why aren't you letting us go to that desk like we were able to do last?
Okay, I'm super petty. I would actually start reading a book out loud. I would find some way to be annoying. If I had to stand there and I'm going to just be there and you threatening to be there all night, baby, I'm about to read the whole book of Colossians to you. I'm going to read all of Ephesians, and I'm going to read it very theatrically. Y'all know I love reading Ephesians theatrically. I'm going to read it out. No. Black women, I love my black women. I'm married to a black woman. I have 2 black women daughters. My issue is that woman, the only one that's talking about threats is that black woman. And I just notice a lot of the time it's a woman of high melanin content that chooses to be the face of violence, racism, sexism, well before any other people group. Jasmine Crockett does it all the time. It's like on cue. She's like, it's just like on cue. So I got mad respect for my black women. My mama's one. However, I'm just saying I noticed that this is the play. This is the play that they have. It was a black woman that had to be the crash out. All right, let's go. Look, I would find some way. If I was this guy right here, I would find some way to be uber petty. I would find some way. I'm playing John MacArthur sermons. I'm going to find some way to agitate them and make them really perturbed while they stand there. If they're going to be there all night and I got to be there all night, we're going to have fun. We're going to talk about philosophy. I'm going to find some way to agitate you, and we're going to get something out of here. We're going to make some good clips because I'm petty. Let's go. If I can hit the pause. Aha.
He's not a U.S. employee.
This is a public institution. So
What?
So are you not aware of members of Congress who have responsibilities on?
We're trying to save your job.
Why is his job up to debate?
He's not a federal employee. Just like I'm telling you.
Yes.
Can I see it?
Show us your badge again. Let's see.
Okay. Shout out.
I can't see it. I'm a federal employee.
We're allowed to go to that visitor's desk like we have been allowed to do in past years. We are allowed to go to that visitor's
Now they're
desk.
bringing Department of Homeland Security.
They should come out.
This is absurd.
They should come out.
Yeah, let them come out. Let them come out.
I know at a minimum,
we have
we are
those
allowed to
too.
go to that visitor's desk.
We have one of those too, just like
At
you.
a minimum.
Why can't we get in?
Who does not have one of those?
We have one of those.
He ain't got one of those.
He ain't got one of
Let
those.
us in.
She sounds
We've
wild.
always been allowed in.
Members of Congress, we want to have a meeting.
Were you told to deny members of Congress entrance into this building, sir?
That's a good question.
Were you told to
Why did
deny
you call
members
the
of Congress
Department of
into this
Homeland
building?
Security? This is absurd.
Were you told to stand here?
Yeah, were you told to deny members of Congress from entering this building?
There's no business purpose to be here, so that's
But
why.
There's no business purpose.
We are members of
You
Congress.
say that with a
Many of
straight
us are on
face.
the Education Committee. How
Are you-
could you say there's
Are
no
you making a
business?
decision for the Department of Education on your own behalf? Were you told to come out here and block members of Congress?
know that we are here?
Max, ask the question again. That's important.
Were you told, are you making this decision to stand in front of this door on your own behalf, on behalf of the Department of Education, or were you told to come out here and block members of Congress and go at the desk?
Doing my job.
So everybody's
What is that?
We're doing our jobs.
We're trying to save your job.
I think it would be adorable if somebody found every one of these members of Congress and them being confronted at town hall meetings or wherever like that. Do they have that same response? Are they willing to answer just anybody, any Joe Blow that comes up to them? Or are they doing the, I would love to see this because it seems very inconsistent, in my opinion. Let's roll. Let's go. Shout out in the chat.
Show up your ID. Were you told to stand here, or did you decide to stand here and block members of Congress from entering the Department of Education?
To federal buildings.
She's a security control.
Five members of Congress.
We're allowed in there.
So a private security contractor
Do you know who members of Congress are?
members of
Sure, we're all
Congress.
members of Congress.
Maybe he doesn't understand. Do you
A private
understand who
security
members of Congress are?
contractor.
Call the police if you're upset about it. Call the police.
Members of Congress from a public access entrance.
I don't think he knows.
You have the
who
authority as a
Congress
private
is or
security
what he did.
contractor to block members of Congress. That has been knighted and granted to you.
You have to at least let us go to the desk.
No, I don't.
Sit in the goons desk. Oh my, look at that. Who told you to do this? Open the door. So do you understand who members of Congress are? Well,
And you don't
who
care.
are we then?
You don't care.
We have a job to do.
We're not dangerous people. We're not, I don't know, security. There are no thieves and thugs out here. We're members of Congress. We're parents.
I don't know about the thieves and thugs. I don't know, y'all. Hold on. I might. Is that who is that? Doggone, I forgot her name. Look. The jury might be out on thieves and thugs. Okay, I don't know about that one. You might have spoke a little prematurely, my friend.
We're teachers.
Teachers of what?
Right
We were elected to do this.
This is our job.
This is our job.
The building's been locked.
You're securing this building against who?
Clearly against thieves and thugs.
Who are you protecting in
Against
this?
members of the People's
So
House
this
who
is the
represent the
beginning of
people.
full transparency of this administration.
That's right.
The administration that talked about they're going to open the doors to all of these things and show the American public what is going on. They
Transparency.
won't even open the door to this building, to members of Congress. We are not posing any threat here. We are not dangerous people. We have not done
won't even
anything.
let us
We're
talk to
trying
the
to
Department of
request a
Education.
meeting, and they have a private security contractor
Yeah.
who on his own is making decisions on behalf of the Department of Education.
So Congressman Hayes,
at the
what you're saying is they're
all-access
not,
entrance.
they allow Billionaires and his minions to come in
I
to
don't
this
know who
building.
he is. I don't know who
They-
he is,
they-
but I know who I
they
am.
allow-
And I'm a member of Congress with oversight responsibilities trying to request a meeting, and a private security contractor is not allowing me to enter the building.
They
Sounds about right.
Billionaires to go in
Standing
this
at the
building, but not the
all-access
people's representatives. They
The
allow
all-access
billionaires and their
entrance.
cronies to go in, but not, there's a lack of transparency here. The members of Congress, the people's representatives are not allowed in. This is not transparent.
They're locking our kids out. Well, not only are they not letting us in, now they've called the Department of Homeland Security. We are members of Congress here to talk with the Department of Education, and they're treating us.
Kids deserve to have us
Yes,
go in and
absolutely.
fight.
Okay, I'm gonna go on here. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all again. Y'all might not like this. Yeah, y'all might not like this, but federal government does not need to be involved in your education, good or bad. I'm serious. And hear me. I want good things for education, but the federal government doesn't do it well. And y'all know this. Deep down inside, you know this. You know, like, man, what the heck? What are they doing? Oh, well, I guess it's just little Johnny in Wyoming is learning this. Little Sally up in Nantucket, they're learning the same thing. No, the federal government should not be involved in your education. It should be a state issue at the worst and a local issue at the very best. Dare I say, y'all need to be involved in your education way, way, way more than these clowns right here trying to harass this man. I'm sorry. There's no other way around it. My name is Jason, dearwokec@gmail.com. I don't know. I'm starting to really get upset about this because I'm like looking at these people in their performative foolishness, and I'm going to put $100 down that every one of these people that are out here raising Cain about the Department of Ed being closed, I guarantee you, I know I don't have any way to guarantee this or know this. Their kids go to private school. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you their kids, their grandkids, their nieces and nephews do not go to public school. Especially the ones up from Illinois, the ones from New York. Your kids don't go to PS 142. No, they don't. Your kids do not. Your kids go to private school. So shut your pie hole and let me send my kids where I want to send them. That's it. I'm here to fight tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to go pick up my babies at 2:30, and I might be here causing Cain the rest of the night. So please make sure you hit that like button because that's free. Help your boy out a little bit. Hit that like button and jump into the best live chat on the internet. We're going to finish watching these crash outs, but I'm sorry. I am here for all of the smoke. Let's go.
them.
This is appalling.
Children of this country deserve that battle.
This is a public institution. This is not Russia.
Let the camera see him. Let the camera see him.
Oh, that was Maxine Waters. Okay.
We are members of Congress.
Come in.
You're
and
blocking
I want you
us.
to see this man here who is a federal employee. He told us.
He's not.
Are you a federal employee? Huh?
Yes.
No, he said he's a federal employee. We pay him. We raise money to make sure that we have a Department of Education. Everybody that's hired at the Department of Education are here because we pay for them to be here. He's standing here today blocking the door, and he can't give us a good reason why he's blocking this
So
door.
make sure they see right here, all access entrance.
Well, and I think it should be clear to parents in the United States, if you want to advocate on behalf of your children, you are not allowed to come into this building where you pay taxes. Parents who have children who are disabled, access is being blocked. You voted for members of Congress to advocate on behalf of your children. Children with disabilities, for young women who have been victims of sexual assault in our classrooms, on our school grounds. Members of OCR are fighting for your children. We are not allowed in the building to talk to them. We are not allowed to.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know who this woman is, but she irks me. She irks me because she's loud and she's bombastic. Just stop and think what she just said. Your kids are being assaulted on the playground, and the federal government's going to do something about what happened to your child, God forbid, at Bumblebee Elementary School in Nebraska. That's why you can't take these people seriously. Like, you just want to be in control of what, again, this is just insane. And so these people are fighting and clamoring. And please understand, Trump ran that he was going to do this. He didn't lie. The man is keeping pretty much 100% of his campaign promises. He said he was going to show y'all the budget. He said this was going to happen. Why are you acting like this wasn't done democratically? It was a fair election. Please stop. Please stop. She really does need to stop. She got a big mouth and she's just loud and bombastic. And I hate to say that about her. But ma'am, please go have a seat.
Advocate on behalf of America's children. America, we have a problem.
Now, everybody
We do.
stand-
That you represent us. That's the problem. You want me to believe, I'm supposed to believe that the federal government is concerned about what happens at Caterpillar Elementary School. Really? Please stop. All the stops in Stopville. Please quit. My name is Jason, dearwokec@gmail.com.
back and let the camera see they're calling all of these gun loading people out on us. They're calling them out on us.
Who?
Look behind this door. Who do you see back there?
The doors will open.
Do they have guns on them? Do they have
Any
guns?
weapons.
Are they prepared to shoot us?
Whoa. See, this is what I told you. They're going to get the black woman to crash out. They got the black woman talking about they're going to shoot them. Yeah, come on now. There was white women there. There were white men there. Hispanic women. Hispanic men. There's a couple black men. The only people crashing out talking about using violence and any kind of shenanigans is the women of high melanin. Why is that? Why are they such useful pawns in this argument?
In. Oh, it says on the door.
All access entrance.
It says all in.
All government building.
Look at my man trying to get the guy to push the door.
I'm a member of Congress. I'm chair of the Progressive Caucus. I'm vice-ranking member of the Education Committee. And the baseline responsibility of the Congress is to oversee our federal agencies. Each and every one of us have been in this building and through these doors. But of course, as soon as we get word that Elon Musk and Donald Trump want to shut down the Department of Education. Suddenly they don't want to let members of Congress in that ask questions. Musk and the Republicans, they say they're supposedly about saving us money, bringing transparency, seeing where the dollars really go. No, they're the ones that lock the doors and make sure that your elected representatives can't even ask questions.
Okay. All right. I'm here to pick fights, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now, I got a lot of new subscribers. God bless y'all. Thank you so much to my new subscribers. Thank you all. Y'all for helping me hit 50,000. I got to go big screen on this rant, okay? Because it's about to happen. These people, they are more concerned about the fact that Elon Musk is shining the light rather than what Elon Musk is showing. And that's got to cause you to be upset. And by the way, I'm apologizing right now. My voice is escalating exponentially and I cannot control it. These people are more concerned that you know that the USAID is wilding out, acting like a drunk sailor at Magic City, right? They're more concerned that you know rather than what they've shown. And the same thing is true here. Y'all have had oversight over the Department of Education, the same Department of Education that was fighting and kicking and screaming to take away parents' rights. Y'all are proud of that, full-throated, big-chested, proud of the fact that y'all were the ones that were fighting me as a parent to know what my child is learning in the classroom? Oh, kidokey. Then shut the whole thing down. Lock the doors. Hey, this dude right here, back to the medium screen, because I'm still ranting. This dude right here in the tan-colored button-down, shout out to him. He's the real MVP of the week. Okay? He's the real MVP because he's keeping this bad wig-wearing woman out of there acting crazy because y'all ain't been doing your job. But now all of a sudden, because somebody's saying, hey, yo, there's some craziness going on over here, we might need to cut this off. We might need to say, hey, let's take a little moratorium and do a little bit of soul searching. No, y'all done found y'all way down here. Y'all, come on. They playing in your face. Y'all, as a parent, as a tax-paying citizen, as somebody with a warm body temperature, you should be perturbed beyond belief that these people are showboating and grandstanding in front of the Department of Education, but they didn't care what the Department of Education was teaching last Tuesday. Man, shut up. DearWokesee@gmail.com. Y'all welcome to go ahead and cause chaos in my email. After you hit that like button, though. If you don't hit that like button, I ain't got nothing for you. But hit that like button because it's free. And then you come over here and you tell me how crazy and off and wrong I am. It's okay. It's perfectly okay. Because Maxine Waters' wig gonna still be bad. That woman's still gonna have a big mouth with a gap in her teeth. I got a gap too, by the way. And she gonna still be wrong. They're gonna still be crash outs. And they don't care about your children. They care about the fact that they have the power over you. That's it. This is not the role of government. This is not the role of government at all. Why are you not concerned about what they're teaching our children until now? Now that the door's locked, now y'all want to get in. Y'all ain't been trying to get in when they was going to have men dressed up like women and a doggone gay rhinoceros reading stories in our classroom. You didn't have no problem with that. You didn't have no problem with somebody in here with a rotating, floating genders teaching kindergarten. You didn't have any concern to care about that. But now all of a sudden, because they locked the doors, you got a problem? Okay. All right, I'm just gonna let y'all have it. Y'all can have it. But please understand that if I don't support your foolishness, don't be mad at me. We voted for Trump. We wanted transparency. Guess what we got? Why are you still fighting for it to stay in the dark? The only creatures that fight to stay in the dark are roaches. Okay, I'm here for it. DearWokesee@gmail.com. Let's go.
For all of the student loans in this country?
I hear that they want to cut those student loans give them as tax cuts to their billionaire friends.
And are they aware of Title I, where mothers are getting up, going to work for minimum wages, and they cannot afford the education that the billionaires have?
Don't see again. Okay, y'all, please. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take it down a notch. No, I'm not. This woman, I guarantee you, as sure as my name is Jason, Maxine Waters' children did not go to public school. I'm gonna stand on that business. Prove me wrong. And I know her grandchildren don't either. She got the audacity, the unmitigated gall. When Trump is trying to cut people's taxes so that that woman can afford to send her children to a better school. When we were fighting tooth and nail for vouchers to be able to have an option and a choice, y'all fought us left and right. But then y'all mad that we can't afford it, that the parents can't afford to do what you want them to do. Y'all just quit. And they love this billionaire thing. Man, come on, man. Everybody a billionaire. Man, there are billionaires on every corner. Make me a billionaire, y'all. I want to have 1 billion views on my channel. That would be amazing, y'all. That would be crazy. Everybody is a billionaire, according to them. But let me ask you a question. Do you think, I said this last night, let's just agree with Maxine Badwig Waters that billionaires are trying to do all this shenanigans and chicanery. Why are they doing it in front of everybody in 4K? Why are they doing it publicly? Shouldn't they be doing like some secret behind the scenes stuff? Why are they doing it in front of everybody so everybody can see it? Let's say Elon Musk is trying to steal your social security number, even though you got bad credit, your light bill is in your kid's name, but I digress, right? Elon Musk is trying to steal your identity, right? Why is he doing it in public? You people, you're smarter than this. I believe that the American people are smarter than these people make you out to be. I don't believe you're this stupid. I just don't. I don't believe it. Now, you can prove it to me, like, no, Jason, I really am this stupid. Then email me, dearwokec@gmail.com. Otherwise, please understand, if Elon Musk was trying to steal your social and your public your private information, doesn't he already have it because you're on Twitter? Wouldn't they be just farming the social platforms? Why are they doing it in the public? Why are they doing it out front? This is the worst bank robbery in the world. Yes, my name is Dear Woke Christian. I'm gonna be giving you this ransom note, this bank robbery note right here. Here's my face. Smile at the camera, and I would like you to put all that money in the bag, so on and so forth. This is the dumbest thing. Y'all, okay. I'm going to try to make it through. We're going to make it through. Let's go. Stop.
For their children, and we try to help them by giving money to this kind of person here, and the people who work here, included all of the people in this country, and those Title I families who need
any money that the government gives you, they stole it from somebody. I'm here, dearwokec@gmail.com. I used to be a public school educator. I know. That's money that came from the families and communities that I taught at. Y'all don't make money, Maxine Water. Well, you might make money because you probably shady as all day. But no, this money, you didn't give anything. You took and you just redistributed it. That's it. You didn't do anything else. Stop putting yourself in some kind of great, grandiose, that's like me robbing. I robbed the bank and then I go give money to my church. Like, I'm so proud of myself. I gave them. I'm sorry. These people, they think you are stupid. That's it. They really don't believe that you have any intelligence. That's on y'all. If y'all keep putting up with this foolishness, this performative art, that's on you. I'm sorry. Y'all, come on. Let's go. Let's finish.
some help, both in urban areas and rural areas, and mothers who can't even afford the child care that they need for their children while they're taking these jobs, making minimum wages, and we're helping them with Title I, and this man is blocking the door. He says he's a federal employee. He won't tell.
Okay, I'm sorry. Here in Georgia, you can dang near get child care from like 6 weeks. What child care are people paying for? I'm not trying to be funny. I have a 17-year-old and a 15-year-old. I haven't worried about child care in a long time. But what child care are you referring to? I would love to know what child care you're referring to. But even greater than that, why is the federal government taking care of people's children? I said at the very worst, I would accept states. And then even better, local municipalities, and then ideally is families and churches. Why do you want the government taking care of your kids? Maxine Waters can't even get her wig on straight. Why are you worrying about that? Ma'am, I'm just trying to understand. I got questions. Let's go.
Tell us who gave him permission to do this. All he knows is he's going to stand here and tell the members of Congress who are elected, who vote for the funding for all of them in this building and for the student loans and
I
for
would be so petty.
Title I families. He's going to tell us that we can't come in and talk with anybody. Is that right?
Does this remind you of the other people who have blocked the schoolhouse doors?
Yes.
See, I told y'all. Whenever I'm sorry, when they need a moral crash out, it's going to be the highly melanated woman. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's going to be the highly melanated woman. She's about to say, oh, well, let me back it up, and I'm going to let her finish up. Who is this? I forgot this woman's name. I'm going to let her, and watch. Anybody that's making claims of race, anybody's making claims of violence, why has it got to be the highly melanated woman? That's just crazy. Watch.
And talk with anybody. Is that right?
Does this remind you of the other people who have blocked the schoolhouse doors before?
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Right.
I don't know who
This
that
is a flashback.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You know, this is a civil rights violation. They're prepared to lock the schoolhouse doors of 49 million children in America who go to public schools. And even more students.
Has anybody, a fair question, because maybe I missed it. I might have missed it. Is 47 trying to lock Bumblebee Elementary School down the street? Caterpillar Middle? Is he threatening to lock any of those? I'm just wondering. Please let me know. Please let me know. Oh yeah, she just making us. It's performative art. That's why I'm saying they're playing in your faces, y'all. They're playing in your face. Do not fall for this foolishness. It's a civil rights violation, apparently. And mind you, now again, there's a Hispanic woman right here. There's a black man right here. There's I believe this is a Hispanic man right here as well. And notice the only ones talking about violence, the only ones bringing in race are the black women crash outs.
Who receive scholarships and loans and grants for higher education.
And now the police are behind this door.
Our police come to the scene.
Yeah.
And I know he was told to come out here and do this. He was told to come out here and block members of Congress from entering an all-access entrance to the Department of Education as we fight in defense of public education and students.
Maybe he'll save his job.
Okay, back up, and this is going to go out in history. The man who blocked the doors of the Department of, hold your face up so they can see you. Department of Education, get a good copy of him. Let him get recorded in history for what he's doing today. Let his children see him. Let his children know that he was standing in the way of all children being educated. Look them in the eye. Come on, hold your face.
Oh, I would be so petty. Oh, the worst thing that could have happened to them, the best thing that happened is they had this white guy right here. Because I'm telling you right now, if Dear Woke Christian was standing right there, I would be giving them the very best that I got. Anita Baker impersonation you'd have ever seen. I'm giving you the best that I got. Oh, I'm gonna go down. Oh, you want me to go down history, Maxine? Come on, let's get together. I'm making a fool out of you, even though she's doing a pretty good job with her crooked wig all by herself. I digress, though. These people can't be serious. They're not serious. They're not. You're not serious. You're trying to tell me that because the federal government, now granted, the federal government does feed a lot of money into public education on a grand scale. But you know where it comes from, though? It's from the states. It gets funneled up to the federal government, and it comes back. So maybe we just cut out the middleman, and these states have the money, and they make better decisions. I'm just wondering, maybe, just maybe, that might be a good idea. What do you think about that? All right, let's keep it going. Let's go.
Let him see you. This is him. Look at it. What's your name?
He's the real
What is
MVP.
your name? Give me that ID again.
MVP.
So what?
I showed you the ID.
You do what?
I showed you the ID.
Could you let me see the ID again?
Goodbye.
Huh?
No.
No? Will someone else ask him for the ID? Will you ask him for it? He won't let me see it again. You didn't see it. You didn't see it. They didn't see it.
Because there is a question as to whether or not you're a private security agent, that's important to us, or an employee of the Department of Education.
There's no identification on you that we can see. Did you get that picture? Everybody got that picture?
Another job when they closed down the Department of Education? Have you been promised another job in lieu
So you're
of...
letting us in? I'm going in.
He didn't let you see the ID.
We'll be going in with you. We'll go
You
in
won't.
with you.
We're not dangerous.
What does that
I'm
sound?
not. I got bad arthritis. I'm not going to hurt you.
Oh, he wants you. He wants you to do something.
I
so he
can't.
can say.
I can't, Maxine. I'm not capable.
Yeah.
All I
yeah.
got...
Who's talking about violence? I just want y'all to just remind me real quick, because I might have not been paying attention. Who's talking about violence? Oh, that's right. Why is it the black women? This dude needs a medal. I'm with him. I approve of this medal.
Is my mouth,
Yeah.
my questions,
Yeah.
my agency as Article 1 of the
Excuse
Constitution.
me.
That's
let
all
him
I
see.
got.
He's blocking his
That's
ears.
all I got.
He's blocking his ears.
All I got. That's all I got. I'm not a prize fighter, except for...
Who's talking about violence?
I'm speaking on behalf of my 3 children, my 3 grandchildren, my 3 great-grandchildren, and for the ones that are coming. I got 3 great-granddaughters. I'm guaranteed to have a legacy of more children who are going to need an education. And I am here standing in the gap for them. I got a 2-year-old great-granddaughter
Nice.
who can't do what I'm doing today.
Okay.
At the Department of Education right now, where they have locked the doors. I've been in this building so many times, so have other members of Congress. It's our job.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, his name is Jim Harefield. Put that in your column. Jim Harefield. Is that your name? Is that your name?
Somebody said Bull Connor. Y'all are wild, man.
When you show his picture, identify it. That's his name.
About Trump's plans to shutter the Department of Education, to cut Title I funding that funds so many of our schools.
All right, so that was all right, so Trump has shut down the Department of Education. I am, look, I'm enjoying it because Trump told you. He told you that he wanted. Yeah, I mean, that is doxing. That does sound like she doxed him. Which would be it would be so ironic if he if he was able to sue her because of that. That would be the high watermark of poetic justice. And won because she doxed him. She literally put all his details out there. And said, like, yeah, that's pretty bad. But I'm going to say it again. Shout out to all my good people that just popped into the live stream. Thank you so much. The federal government should not be involved in the education of your children. There. My name's Jason, dearwokec@gmail.com. You can email management if you disagree with me. I am willing to give you that the state, your state that you live in, Illinois, Georgia, Nebraska, Connecticut, wherever, the state should be involved in education if you want to do that. And definitely unequivocally, your local school board and such of that nature and school districts. The federal government doesn't need to be involved in your education of your child at all. At any level. There's no reason for it. The monies that they put into it is the monies that they got from the states. Leave that money back with the states. Leave that money in the power of the people to decide how to use and move with money. That's it. I'm sorry. There's no other way around it. And yeah, shout out to all my teachers in the building. Shout out. Again, my name is Jason, former classroom teacher, 15 years here in the city of Atlanta and Marietta proper. I can tell you emphatically, we waste a lot of money. There is so much money that's wasted. And you could be using that money to do a myriad of other things. As a taxpayer, as I like to say, a stakeholder in the education process, you could be doing a whole lot better with that money than the school district could, a whole lot better than the state could, and a whole lot better than the federal government could. So to have it shut down, to look at and evaluate how they're spending money, I think is a good thing. And this is a wonderful, thank you, S13. Schools are more concerned about payment per pupil, not educating. And I can tell you this, watch this. When your school year starts, there's usually a really solid, strong push to get your little Johnny and little Sally into that school building within the first 10 days. There's a big push to make sure they, a lot of time, you're still dragging back from the summer break, or you haven't really gotten yourself in the mindset of going to school. So you're like, we'll make it in there. We'll get there when we can. They really want you in there. You know why? Because on the 10th day, they have to give a count of how many students that they have. And if each student represents, $19,000, that could be a very big difference. If you have less, if you only got 100 kids, that's different than if you had 200 kids. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of teachers that you could buy, a lot of, things that you could do with that money inside that school building and the district as a whole. That's why they're very strong on getting those kids in that first 10 days. And they usually do another count. I want to say it's around the 30th day, just because a lot of kids still wander in. But that's the reason that they do that count, because they're able to say, hey, we need to have this many first grade teachers, second grade, third, fifth grade, this many AP history teachers, this many trigonometry teachers, so on and so forth. They're able to do that based upon that number of students that they have. And then that money comes in and they can pay those teachers accordingly. So those kids that makes a big difference. And so as S13 said right here, they're more concerned about the numbers rather than they are about the education. That's 100% correct. There's no way around that. It is a numbers game. So for these people to be here harassing this man, shout out to him. He's a real MVP. For them to be here harassing this man about what it is that he is doing and whether or not he should be locking the door, blocking the door, whatever, for them to be there harassing him and then to be performatively pretending like they are so involved in the education system of kids and so forth is laughable. It's laughable because 2 weeks ago, you weren't there. 2 weeks ago, you weren't raising Cain. But now that they said they're going to close down the Department of Education, have a little come to Jesus, let's look at some numbers right here. Oh, wait, who's loud? I'm part of the problem? Oh, my word. How am I a part of the problem? Days of our lives. How am I part of the problem? Please let me know how I'm part of the problem. I'd love to know. Hey, I've been called worse things by somebody better, so let me know what I've done wrong. Let me know. What's going on, Restoring Hero Project? I mean, come on. That's what I'm talking about. How the federal government helping your kid read on grade level? See my point? That's a local school problem. So why does the federal government have so much sway in the education of your children? Just wondering. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. I am enjoying it. Thank you so much, Escar. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you don't mind, Restoring Hero Project, can you drop your link to your channel? He's a fantastic content creator. Let me make sure I got, drop your link in there, or the moderators could drop the link, what you're saying, what you're doing. I would love to support you and make sure everybody knows what you're up to. All right, what do we got here? I do see a problem, though. It is my concern if states have full control, will add critical race theory, DEI, et cetera. I hope there is some accountability. In my mind, Angela, I don't want critical race theory, social justice, Black Lives Matters, all that foolishness taught in school at all. But don't you have more control in your local level? And if you go to your local school board and let them know, I don't want this taught, don't you have more control than if it's coming from the federal government? That's all. We have a whole bunch more control than we imagine. I'm loud. Yes, I'm loud. Oh no. I already told y'all, I gave y'all fair warning that I was going to go live, that I was going hot. So let me know if that's all my problem. Let me know, Days of Our Lives. I'd love to know what I'm doing wrong. But no, Angela, to your point, I think you as a parent, I'm going to assume you're a parent, or a local constituent, you have far more control at your local school board than you do at the federal level. That's all. Okay. Denise said, read the Bible. I agree with you 100%. And I said, very much so. That's how I know that the government's role is not what we've given it responsibility to do. It's not. That's not it. Department of Education is still being run by a Democrat from the previous 4 years. The new Department of Education hasn't even been questioned, passed in committee, and voted on in the Senate. I got you. I agree. Something's going on the screen. Yeah, we already watched it. I just wanted y'all to see these people, the performative art, the theatrics of these people. And we already watched it a moment ago, Sapphire Ridge. I'll pull it back in. But it's really gross, in my opinion. But we'll pull it back in and listen to what these people are saying. Let's go.
A federal employee, we pay him, we raise money to make sure that we have a Department of Education. Everybody that's hired at the Department of Education are here because we pay for them to be here. He's standing here today, blocking the door, and he can't give us a good reason why he's blocking this door.
Make sure they see right here, all access entrance.
Well, and I think it should be.
Okay, I think that it's comedy that all access entrance doesn't mean what you think it means. I don't think it means what he's trying to make it sound like. But I digress. Somebody said right here, oh, there we go. We have a Christian citizens group and we've made lots of great changes to our local and state government. That's my point. You have far more control in the state that you're in, the town that you're in, your local school district, Louisiana. You got way more control than you do at a federal level. That's why I say, I hope they do away with the whole Department of Education and leave it to the states. Let the states duke it out. Grace and peace. Thank you so much, Dwayne. Let's see what else. Let's see what these people are talking about again.
Clear to parents in the United States, if you want to advocate on behalf of your children, you are not allowed to come into this building where you pay taxes. Parents who have children who are disabled.
You know what? Let me back this up. I didn't realize I'm sorry. I was picking on the fact that she's loud and wrong. I didn't realize what she was actually saying. She's really telling you, if you live in, let's just pick it. If you live in Mississippi and you have a child with special needs, he or she has an IEP, he or she has a lot of concerns and issues like that. She thinks that your advocacy is in Washington, D.C. at the Department of Education, not at Itta Bena School District, not at Jackson, Mississippi School Board. No. It's in Washington. See, this is how they're playing in your faces, y'all. I'm sorry. These people are playing in your face. It's like playing games in your face and y'all just letting it go. Listen what she said.
If you want to advocate on behalf of your children, you are not allowed to come into this building where you pay taxes. Parents who have children who are disabled, access is being blocked. You voted for members of Congress to advocate on behalf of your children with disabilities.
Could I, as a parent who holds strong Christian beliefs and values, walk into that building and advocate to not have my child indoctrinated with an ideology that goes counter to my faith? Could I do that? Would you advocate for me, loud lady? Would you advocate if I were in your district? Would you come with me and say, yes, I stand and support Dear Woke Christian who does not agree with this ideology? Would you do that? Okay.
For young women who have been victims of sexual assault in our classrooms, on our school grounds, members of OCR are fighting for your children. We are not allowed in the building to talk to them. We are not allowed to advocate on behalf of America's children. America, we have a problem.
We do have a problem. You represent us, and therein is the rub. Ma'am, and I said it earlier, she literally said that young ladies being assaulted on the playground. I'm gonna go to DC to advocate for that, not the police in Cobb County, not the school board in Cobb County. I'm gonna go to DC. Okay. These are the same people that are arguing and fighting about, they got in their feelings yesterday when Trump said that only biological women and girls could play in biological women and girls sports. They got in their feels about that. But I want to advocate for that, though. I want to advocate for my daughters to not have to be in a combat sport with a boy. I looked at some of these boys at my daughter's school. Those fools are huge. I mean, I don't know what we feeding these boys down here in the South. One of them rascals in a soccer game against my daughters, in a volleyball game. Good gracious, man. No, these guys are humongous. And you want me to believe just because he now says that he's a girl, he is a girl? Okay. All right. Yeah, this is why, again, I'm just going to say this. The federal government, and I'm going to go big because I'm here to pick fights today. I want to make sure I get a lot of hate mail. DearWokeC@gmail.com. Please make sure you email management and tell me how much of a troglodyte I am. But don't do it if you don't hit the like button. We got 134 people in here. Make sure you hit that like button. And then you come over there and you tell me how terrible a person I am. The federal government and government as a whole should not be involved in education. That's it. There's no other way around it. And we're watching in 4K how these people are losing their absolute ever-loving minds when it becomes, when they're getting challenged about public education. Education needs to be at the hands and the guidance of the parents. That's it.
Everybody stand back and let the cameras see they're calling all of these gun-loading people out on us.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com.
I'm glad they
to
cut
find News
that.
Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button.
All right, so Trump has closed the Board of Education. And these people are losing their minds. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Oh my gosh. No, it should be. Oh, I'm a strong advocate for homeschooling. Now, there are parents that, and all of the different, my issue is homeschooling might not be the jam for everybody, and that's okay. Having options as a parent is ultimately the best bet. And I believe in this situation, allowing parents to be creative, to have the options to educate as they see fit, supersedes all this other foolishness. It would do away with all this dumb stuff that we're watching right now. There you go. I'm just here to pick fights. You want to see Maxine Waters with the wig sideways? Again, come on, man. Come on. Maxine she just out there advocating. She just advocating. She just advocating. That's what she's doing. She just out there advocating. I just think this is funny, man. Watching these people lose their minds I'm sorry, this is going to be a new pastime. This is going to be a new sport, watching these people lose their minds about what they're doing, whether it be the USAID, if it's about the Department of Education, the fact that they are looking into doing a deep dive into how money is spent, and all these people that are losing their minds about how the money is spent that they're looking at how the money is spent is crazy, because they're not actually going after why this money is being misfunded or misused and all that kind of stuff like that. Nope. We're not asking why we're wasting money. We're asking, why are you looking at us wasting money? How dare you look at us waste money? That's crazy. That's crazy, man. But then they want to talk about being accountable, which has got to be the high watermark of insanity. Like, okay, fine. We're going to look at this. You said the school, Department of Ed is going to be closed for this long. Let's go ahead and we want to work with you to get into these weeds, get it figured out, trim the fat where we can, and get it back up and running as quick as possible. Okay, that's fine. Or we want to come here and do performative protest and have the real MVP lock us out and us get all in our feelings about it. One or the other or both. The federal government needs to be I think it needs to be well audited. Absolutely. Oh. I love it. Let us go. Let us go. I want to say thank you so much to the supers. Thank you, Wyoming girl. Appreciate you for the super sticker. What did you say here? You're saying what we are thinking. Preach. Amen. Look, I am enjoying watching this. Trim the fat all over the place. Like, okay, now there's some bigger fish to fry in the government. Absolutely. Because our defense budget is gigantic. Absolutely. But you know what? A lot of that bloat isn't conceptual. A lot of people don't understand it. But it was very easy to help people see what's going wrong in USAID and shut that program down or put that program on pause, and people take a breath and kind of parse through it. Like, why are we spending this much money over there? Why are we doing that? That makes sense. It's very easy to do that. Not everybody, but there are a lot of parents in the United States that wonder why little Johnny, little Sally are learning what they're learning. Let's just say it like that. So get after the low-hanging fruit. I think it's very easy to get that and get people to say, oh yeah, okay. All right, I got you. All right. My little Johnny, little Sally is no longer to be learning that there's 85 different genders. Oh, wow. Okay. I see that they pulled it together. And you know what? My school district has more money to do other things that are other things that are now more beneficial for all of our students. Okay, I can get with it. People can understand that well more than you get into, geopolitical military warfare. I do think that there's a lot of bloat there as well, but this is easier for people to conceptualize. Just my little 2 cents. Yo, this thing is crazy. What do you say here, Christian Doc? This is great. I love this because I'm misinformed about what's happening here. I do have a question. I wonder what this means for federal level educational reform, i.e. IDEA and 504. Thanks for your content. I need to look into what that will do with those two areas specifically, but I think you have a great question. But let me just ask this. And rather than it be a federal program, can there be a statewide program for each of those programs, or a statewide handling of each one of those programs? For example, Children with Disabilities or Americans with Disabilities Act. Can those be handled from the state level as long as they're consistent? Because federally, sure, we could have like a federal mandate. Yeah, sure, absolutely. But why not? Why not just have a federal? Why not have just a state? Why not the state of Mississippi just handles that and is consistent with and similar to the state of Kentucky? It's not a lot of different from the state of Wyoming. Why not? Why does it have to be a federal program? Because all that is just money funneled up to the state, up to the feds, and comes back to the state through different means, which in my opinion, oftentimes are kind of like buy-offs or paybacks and such of that nature. And it just causes more problems. So why not just make it why not make it more manageable and stay statewide? Now, there's going to be things that still get tax monies and monies that are going to get funneled up to the Fed. That makes sense as well. But why not most of it, if not the lion's share of it, stay with its respective state and let the state do what it needs to do? Like, and it just seems fun. This is comedy, man. This is better than Saturday Night Live, because we're watching you all freak out again, like you're saying here, Stingray, over something that's clearly a problem. Why are you not upset about the fact that you, as the federal government that approve USAID, have no clue how the money's being spent in USAID? Why are you not upset about that? But you're more upset about the fact that somebody brought it to light, and you're mad at the person. You're mad at the flashlight, not at the roaches. Like, come on. You trying to bang out, kill the light. You trying to, wait, hold on. You over here trying to kill the lights rather than get the roaches that the light is revealing. Why are you not worried about that? Because you think your kitchen is clean, but you got critters all over the place. Come on, man. The grift is over. The grift is over. I'm here for it. This is a lot of fun. This is going to be a lot of fun watching how this plays out. And again, I don't expect it to be perfect. I don't expect it to be I would like to say I'm hoping for some big change, but I'm not expecting to be some night and day change. And, they're going to start really streamlining our taxes, and there's not going to be any waste. Nobody's on that pipe dream. That's hype. However, I would love to see, the Department of Education getting its stuff together, because there's a lot of instances where it's not education, it is indoctrination. There's ideological indoctrination that supersedes your ability to just read, write, and do math. Well past that. You are now indoctrinating. Here to pick fights, dearwokec@gmail.com. They are already, they're tone deaf. We don't want the Department of Ed anymore. Absolutely. I agree with you. Thank you so much, Laster. I appreciate you. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this, y'all. This is going to be a fun time. I told some content creators I communicate with, I told them we are in a content creator bull market. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to go over every single day. Who is this calling me? Is it my mother? It is President Firstborn. Hold on. President Firstborn, I am on live. How are you?
Hello, Father.
Do you need anything?
I just wanted to say hello.
Hello, my love bug. I'll give you a call back in a moment.
Oh, okay, whatever. I need my life. Bye.
You need your life? These kids are, my kids are so 0 to 100. If you say, hey, I'll call you back, they're like, oh, my life is in ruin. Like, how do you get here? I just told you I'll call you back in a few minutes. Both of them are so dramatic. Like, stop being so dramatic. Oh, you're ruining my life. I told you I'd call you back. So dramatic. Anyway, this is going to be a lot of fun. So there's just so much going on. So I'm fully expecting to come back on live tonight. So I'll do my best to give you fair warning, though. But I'm fully expecting, because I'm sure there's going to be more crash outs. I don't know. We need to have like a little map. Where's Elon today? Where's Doge today? At the Department of Ed locking it up, or over here at where they going to be next? That's going to be where all the drama and shenanigans are going to be. That would be hilarious. Where's Elon now? Where's Doge? That would be hilarious. I would love to see that. So I didn't expect this today, but my goodness, in the morning, we'll be back. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for tapping in. Thank you so much for hitting that like button. Again, email management. If you think I'm off base, whatever, hey, make sure you let me know. I appreciate it. I thank y'all so much for helping me hit my goal of 50,000 subscribers by the end of April. It's been a lot of fun. And y'all have been a blessing to this channel. And I want to say I really appreciate each and every one of you, whether you like me or not, whether you think I'm crazy or not. I just want to say thanks. I appreciate your engagement. I thank you so much for being a part of the best live chat on the internet. And we're going to get ready to bug out. We're going to do this again real soon. So be ready. Keep your eye on the thumbnail. I'm sure we'll be back tonight. So I'll see you all real soon, everybody. Grace and peace.